moringas. Let's start with the one that actually has leaves. Here's a swale. Sometimes, maybe once in 2 weeks, we put a pipe here that just floods this area for a few days. It's leaking here. So this moringa is growing. It's on the wall of the swale. Here's another moringa. It is alive, but towards the end of winter, sitting with no leaves. We don't water it much anymore. We've watered it for 2 years, but that ring is really, the chickens scratch it out, and so we've just left this one. It's strong enough. Adel, I think from Egypt, he wants to know about moringas some more. Now, I can't tell you much about moringas, only our own experiences here, and you can make your own deductions from that. This is our oldest moringa, the biggest one. We don't water it anymore much either. This tap here is always leaking, and so it's wet here. This one did have leaves this year in the beginning of summer, but we had a bug that ate all the leaves. Here we planted 2 moringas just before the winter last year, so basically exactly a year ago we planted these. They're finally making leaves now towards the end of summer. They do get a lot more water because of the bananas. This is one big area that we just flood every once in a while. Well, once a week basically. This moringa is also coming along. So yeah, first year, a lot of water, they can handle it. It seems when they get older, they don't like water. I don't know, let's go check out block 7 quickly. This one is also just getting water once a week. It had some leaves the other day, but it's looking dead again now. I trust it will grow, but it's not growing as well as it should. And this is one that I think is dead. It's 2 years old. Here was a papaya also, but it died. No, it's still green, I see. It's still green, but doing nothing. So a bit away from our food forest here, somebody has a moringa, and it's self-seeded a bit away from itself, and that seed is just has grown on its own, and it's doing beautifully. It's the only moringa in a 10-kilometer radius from here, I'd say, full of leaves. So if you can get them growing from seed exactly where they are in a dry spot, maybe with summer rains they can sprout, and with some help from you. But it seems like they do want really dry ground. Here at block 3 is also like a 2 or 3 year old moringa. It died completely, and then this year it started growing again. So it's also in a ring, getting water once a week. So to sum it up, the only advice I can really give is give them as little water as possible. Only water them when you see they are struggling, maybe. Laka laka. Also, perhaps keep in mind, we have very hard rock clay soil. So if you're in a sandy area, they might need more water. And we are probably having a struggle with them because of all the clay and too much water. Another big factor probably is the sun. The one in block 7 not doing good is having a lot of shade. These get semi-sun. At block 1 over there, we planted a few in the sun and they didn't make it, with watering once a week. And as you can see, that one, which is very big and doing well, that one is having a lot of shade too.